guys. This is Dr. George here for another Tucked In Tuesday. And I'm running just a few minutes late. This is Melvin was laughing at my donut onesie, but I'm here. So go ahead and put where you're from. I'm going to go ahead and put my phone up for my reminder so I can see those on my personal page. And I'll get started. So I have two books tonight. Rabbit and Possum is by Dana Wolfcott, and permission granted by HarperCollins. That's book number one. It's not an AR book. Book number two is by Diane Shore and Jessica Alexander. This is The Earth, and paintings by Wendell Miner. Publishing. Permission granted by HarperCollins Publishing. So our first book, Rabbit and Possum. And I do have an announcement at the end, so please stay on for that. Let's see what happens here. Rabbit and Possum. And it's dedicated to someone named Sean. That's my nephew's name. So here we go. Rabbit has spent all morning getting her burrow ready. Possum was coming over. Rabbit had swept away the dust bunnies and prepared their favorite snacks. Psst, Possum. But now Possum was fast asleep. It's snack time. Possum's still asleep. Or is he? No matter what Rabbit did, time to wake up. Possum didn't stir until there was a rustling in the bushes. Did you hear that? So there's something in the bushes there that startles him. Hi, Mike. I'm sorry that you're not feeling any better. I hope you feel better soon. Off Possum sprinted down the hill and up a very tall tree. Rabbit raced after him. Oh, don't be such a scaredy, Possum. There was a monster in those bushes. So here we go. And hello, I love you guys too. Let's see what happens. It wasn't a monster. Rabbit tried to follow Possum, but as it turns out, rabbits aren't very good at climbing trees. So he falls. Now Possum was stuck. Rabbit felt terrible. Don't worry, Possum. I'll rescue you. Hi, Miss Gallo. Reading about a possum, those critters in your yard. Rabbit wanted to help Possum get down, but all her ideas made him a little uneasy. So she thought about gnawing away at it. She thought about having birds fly off, grinding the tree up, and then he'd just fall. I miss you too, love. Rabbit needed a better plan. I've got it. What are you doing, Rabbit? You'll see. So Rabbit comes up with the plan. This will get you down for sure. There was, however, one more problem. So he took the sticks and he made a ladder. Easy enough, right? The ladder was too short. So there's the ladder. Part of the problem solved. I'm doomed. I'll be stuck up here forever. Possum was not feeling very optimistic, but Rabbit refused to give up. She had one more idea. Hi, Nova and Sarah. Hello. In a flash, Rabbit took off into the woods. All Possum could do was wait. So he waited and waited. I wish I had a snack, and waited. Finally, Rabbit zipped back to the tree. Moose followed at his own pace. I don't like to be rushed. Remember, that's the thing that scared him earlier, is now there to help him. Possum was sure this was Rabbit's worst idea yet. It's the monster. He'll eat us both. I've changed my mind. I'll stay in the tree. It's not so bad up here after all. Don't be silly. Moose is happy to help. Aren't you, Moose? Love you guys too. I'm like them. Hi, Vicky. I sure hope Rabbit is right. Possum stared at Moose's giant antlers and his flaring nostrils and his enormous mouth. Possum took a deep breath. Let's see what's going to happen. Soon enough, Possum was back on the ground. Thank you for helping me down, Moose, and for not eating us. I'm a vegetarian. Jeez. Rabbit had been right. Moose wasn't a monster after all. Finally, I know what we should do next. All this time, Moose is a vegetarian. And he says, this was by far Rabbit's best idea. And there they are, down in a hole, and there's Moose and his friends on top of the ground eating. Hi, Kimber. Let's climb another tree. And Possum goes, no. So that was book number 1. Book number 2, neither of these are AR books. Books number 2, this is Earth. This is my Get Yourself Relaxed, Ready for Bed by Diane Shore and Jessica Alexander. Paintings by Wendell Miner. We're all over the world. That was so cool. We're all over the world. And so everybody's Earth looks a little bit different with the sun setting, the darkness, time zone. So let's see what we have in common with this book. This is the land, fertile, alive, crawling with creatures that help it to thrive. Looks like an African safari. This is the river, flowing and free, streaming with fish as it swells to the sea. There you go, Miss Gallo. She loves to fish. This is the sky, endless in blue, speckled with birds as they soar into view. And there's birds, and that's my nickname. How about that? This is the earth washed by the rain that fills up the creek and spills over the plain and nurtures the soil planted with seeds so people can harvest the food that they need. Hi, Mallory. And build houses from stones and from trees cut by hand. In the towering forests that shelter the land, that protects and preserves those who tend it with care, as together we live on this earth that we share. That's for all of us. This is the spike driven into the ground for the railways connecting the fast-growing towns. This is the steamer with coal and with wood transporting its cargo of people and goods. Hello, Malachi. Hello, Miss Smith. This is the plane as it roars into flight, stretching its wings and reaching new heights. This page is dedicated to Dr. Nice. She's been traveling quite a bit, and we love it. Hi, Boudreaux family. This is the earth where new buildings rise into towers of stills overshadowing skies. As workers pour roadways of concrete and tar, so commuters can travel by bus and by car to the cities for jobs that will pay a fair wage in this fast-moving, busy industrial age. When we build, we expand, we invent, and we dare, and we change how we live on this earth that we share. Hi, Rolanda. Hola. Hello, Riley. Hi, Linda. This is the landfill, a growing gray mound of garbage that steams on the sweltering ground. This is the pipe draining into the sea, spilling out wastewater, muck, and debris. And look what happens to our earth way too often. This is the smoke bellowing black, spewing from chimneys and factory stacks. This is the earth polluted by greed as we take what we want, which is more than we need, where bulldozing trucks clear the rainforest floor and sands wash away from the vanishing shore. And look at all those birds looking uneasy. Where huge Arctic glaciers melt into the sea and fumes and exhaust choke the air that we breathe. endangering nature, creating despair. We forget how to live on this earth that we share. Hello, Samantha. Hi, Sean. These are the bins where, and hi, Johnny. These are the bins where the bottles and cans and the papers await the recycling vans. This is the bicycle racing to school. The pedaling rider provides all the fuel. This is the faucet where every drop counts, releasing the water in careful amounts. There's recycling. This is the earth. Hi, Pat. This is the earth that we treat with respect, where people and animals interconnect, where we learn to find balance between give and take and heal the planet with choices we make. Like walking or biking, not taking the car, or sharing a ride if the journey is far. Using less water to get ourselves clean, planting trees in the city to help it grow green. Bringing reusable bags to the store and flipping the switch when we head out the door. Making a difference, becoming aware, together we live on this earth that we share. And then it shows you, let's see, one more page in there. There's a note from the authors, and it has a beautiful drawing of the earth on the last page. So 2 books tonight, Rabbit and Possum, and I'd like to do my takeaway on both books. So my takeaway on book number 1, Rabbit and Possum. This book, sometimes we have a fear about something that we've never had an encounter with, but because it's different, we shy away from it. So remember when he saw the moose, Possum automatically thought he was going to be this horrible, terrible thing that would eat him alive. And Moose was minding his own business. And he was hello, Miss Jackson, back to another queen. And he realized that Moose was a vegetarian. And then the second thing was, I love the part in the front where Possum is asleep and he keeps trying to wake him up with all this loud noise, and something that he's afraid of makes one little small noise and he wakes up. Sometimes we give our fears too much attention. Boom, there it is. Sometimes we give our fears too much attention or too much credit. Second book, This is the Earth. I love this book. In the beginning of this book, I was loving Earth, and it reminded me of how when I went to such beautiful parts of the country, like Hawaii being one that's untouched by man and untouched by civilization, how beautiful it is. And then we get to this part where there's air pollution and people that have to make a living contributed to it, but not meaning to hurt the world. And then it gives me hope again in the end, where everybody starts working together. The recycling, the school, the recycling bin in front of the apartments, the kids riding their bikes, people walking, watering the lawn with sprinklers. Absolutely love that. So my takeaway from this book, even though what we sometimes had seems lost, it can always be restored. Maybe not just like it was in the beginning, but it can definitely be restored. But it can't be done without you, without me, and without the rest of the world. It takes all of us in every aspect of life. No one can do life alone. And Earth definitely can't do it alone. It needs our help. So those are my 2 big takeaways. I needed that. So here's my 2 big announcements. Next Tuesday, if you don't have a vacation plan, but you really would like to go on vacation, Dr. George is going to bring you along via this platform on a cruise. So Tuesday I'll read with the water so you can see the sunset in the background, just like I did pre-COVID. So tune in next Tuesday for Tucked In Tuesdays Takes a Cruise, and you guys can get to experience a little bit of that with me. The second one is, this is my last Tucked In Tuesday on the Homer Drive page. So if you are typically following me on the Homer Drive page for Tucked In Tuesdays, it won't be on there after today. Today is the last Tuesday that it will be on. Next Tuesday, you will have to watch 2 different places. The one I recommend, let me put it, I have a YouTube channel and I have my Facebook page. Let me get that for you and put it in there. Because as you know, I won't be the principal at Homer Drive, and they need to start revamping and getting their Facebook page in order. So, hi, Miss LeBlanc. So I am going to share that when I can. Actually, I think I can here. Let's see what I have. Let me get that for you. It's going to be on my Tucked In Tuesdays page. No more Homer Drive. It won't be there. You won't find it there. Let's see. But I'm going to continue reading. And that's what I think matters the most. Not where I'm reading from, but that I'll continue to do it. Well, I'm having a hard time with it. So what I'm going to do is once I get the link, I'll put it in the comments, but it will not be, yes, it's going to be on Facebook and YouTube. And I'll go ahead and put it on the pages so that you all can see to start following. I'll go ahead and put it on the Homer Drive page. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Good, Miss Jackson. Reading does matter, and I'll continue to do that no matter what I am. I'm signing off for my last Tucked In Tuesday as principal of Homer Drive. This is my last Tuesday as a principal. I have enjoyed it thoroughly. Those that have followed me, that are going to watch this later, thank you so much. It has been a lesson well learned and well received. And I will continue reading Tucked In Tuesdays with AR books, whatever, and possibly bringing on even more guests because now I'll have the time to do it. If no one else tells you, Dr. George loves you from the tips of my fingers to the ends of my toes, from the top of my donuts to the bottom of my toes. I appreciate you each and all for your support. Don't let your support stop here. I'll put information on the page, and I'll see you guys later. If nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Good night, guys.